What's going on, it's the RapNerd, and I'm here today to talk about a new horror comedy that dropped over the weekend that is an Apple Plus original, so that means you can stream it right now, called Borderline. Now, the story takes place back in the 90s, if I remember correctly, it's 94, and it follows a pop singer who is just living her best life, but her peace gets shattered when a psychotic fan breaks out of jail and has a sole mission of tracking down his one love, who's the pop singer. So this pop singer is played by Samara Weaver, and to me, she is a new modern day scream queen. And whenever I hear her name in horror, my antennas go up and I'm gonna check it out off rip because I think that she does an outstanding job in this genre. And with her being a fan of the genre, it just makes it that much better. And this film did not disappoint. I found it to be equally as hilarious and over the top, and still keeping those nice horror elements so it doesn't kind of straddle that line of being a thriller, because the violence is quite over the top in this film. And it co-stars Ray Nicholson, which is Jack Nicholson's son, for those who don't know, who plays this psychotic fan, and boy does he do a great job at it. And he doesn't play like the immediate dangerous psychotic where you look at him and you're automatically scared of him. He plays more of a puppy dog guy who can't get a hint type of psycho. But what takes things into the psychopath traits are the things that he's willing to do to get to his love. Anybody in his path gets wiped out, and he has no remorse for it whatsoever. Yet again, this is a film that relishes in the campiness and doesn't take itself too seriously, which is something that I think needs to be done more of in today's film world. And what's cool is Ray's character has a band of psychopaths that join him and help him in his mission to find the pop star. One of which is played by Alba Baptista. If that's her last name, I got it wrong, my bad, but Alba Baptista Evans, now married to Mr. Captain America, she plays a friend of Ray's who is batshit crazy, like insane. The moment you meet her, you're like, it's all in the eyes, man, because she has really big expressive eyes, and I feel like actors who understand that are able to use that to their advantage when it comes to acting. They don't have to say anything, you know, they just on the scene look in a certain way, and you can already get the crazy vibes from just what she looks like. And she talks with this over-the-top accent that's just equally adorable, but also terrifying when she gets to work. And I love that a lot of the movie takes place in one spot. When you enter that second act all the way into the third, it takes place in the pop star's house, and it almost feels like you're watching a horror comedy thriller mixed in with MTV Cribs with the things that they do. If you can imagine all of the outlandish things those houses had, like studios, swimming pools, basketball courts, etc., they use all of those things to their advantage to make for some really creative kills. One that takes place in the studio that I really loved and appreciated the campy nature of how they executed that. And I really like all of the nods that they did to the 90s. I mean, the way we're introduced to the pop star is done in such a 90s way. And if you are aware of this specific thing that they opened with, you'll understand exactly what I mean. I thought that was pretty damn brilliant, and it was executed to look exactly like it did back then. The only problem that I do have with the film is that there are certain moments that they try to dig deeper, but as the movie progresses, we never get to that point at all. It just kind of is there for that moment, but I really would have liked to see them circle back around to some underlining messages and concerns of Samara's character. They present the concept, but they never double down and take it anywhere, and that was a bit of a disappointment. But all in all, it still ended up being a very fun watch, and I would definitely watch it again. This is going to be a movie that I put in my list of like twisted romance films that I watch around February, because it was just that entertaining. So if you've seen the movie and this sounds like something that's up your alley, definitely give it a watch. Like I said, it's on Apple TV. Whether you just want to churn a subscription to watch it, I think it's definitely worth the watch if you are looking for a nice horror comedy that's campy and well produced. And again, Samara is one of the scream queens, and if you are a fan of her, you will like this film. Go ahead and check that out and come back to the comments and let me know what your favorite scene is. As I mentioned, mine is the scene that takes place in the studio. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.